everyone. Thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be talking about the second death of Edie and Violet Bond. Wow, talk about a mouthful. Where do I even begin? I have a lot of mixed feelings with this book. I liked the premise. Don't get me wrong. I really did enjoy the premise of the novel about two twin sisters who really did exist in the late 19th century. They did exist during the whole medium surge, when people were having seances and seance parties, when that was all big. That's when this novel takes place. And the twins, Edie and Violet Bond, they do pretend to be mediums, but they actually are mediums. One of them can go and cross the veil to death and talk to spirits. The other one can allow spirits to inhabit their body. I liked the premise. I really did. But the storytelling itself, oh my goodness. It was really, really slow. I mean, this was a slow as molasses story for me. And I say that because the catalyst of the story is supposed to be the death of the mother for these two girls. That's why they're in this tour. They've run away from home because their father is going to institutionalize them. So now they're using their gifts and pretending to be mediums, which is what they are, in order to kind of save enough money so they can do the things that they want to do. So they don't have to rely on men, and make their own way in the world. I will say this. What I did like about the novel is the social commentary and the satire regarding, women's rights. Even to this day, I don't know why we have to keep fighting for equal rights. Blows my mind. Really just blows my mind. But back in the late 19th century, you have your suffrage movements. You have women really trying to stand up for themselves and maintain their own rights as women. So I did like the social commentary. I did like how it's still really relevant, unfortunately. So I liked the satire and social commentary regarding that. That is what I did like. However, again, really slow story. The fact of their mother's death becomes like a back burner. I often forgot about it until the twins, or until Edie, pardon me, because she is the central character. You're following Edie. You're not even following both of the sisters. You're just following Edie. So that was another hindrance for me. I wanted to see a split POV, because you're talking about the second death of Edie and Violet Bond. Okay, so I want to know both of their perspectives, except Edie is our central character. You're following Edie. The story's being told by her. I wanted more. I didn't want to constantly be forgetting, oh yeah, your mom is dead. That seems like a very important fact to me. And it was an important fact in the story. It was very critical to the plot, except I kept forgetting about it. The woman disappearing, you keep forgetting about it. It seems like an inconsequential, like in the back of my head, I'm like, this seems important, but you forget about it. As Edie's doing her own thing. It feels like the story is going in multiple directions. Granted, by the end of the book, everything is tied together quite neatly with a nice little bow on top, Everything is tied together nicely. However, I wish that cohesion and fluidity you saw in that last, quarter of the book, I wish it had lasted or stretched throughout the whole of the book, because I felt I was reading it and I kept waiting for something to happen. I'm like, when is something going to happen in this book, the last quarter? And that to me is really frustrating. I wanted more to happen. Then you have Edie herself. Oh my God. She is the most frustrating character ever. I liked her narrative. I liked her internal struggle with women's rights. Again, that is what I liked. However, she is the most frustrating person in the whole world. I couldn't stand her. Here's why. She just lies to her sister all the time. She just keeps secrets from her sister all the time. It's just like, oh my God, Edie, just freaking tell her the truth. Just be honest with her. Stop keeping secrets. Stop lying. And even Violet calls her out. She's like, when are you going to stop lying to me? And I'm just like, you go, girl. And Edie still lies. It's just like, by lying and keeping secrets, all you're doing is endangering your sister. And you know it. And she knows it because there's this spirit. The reason her mother's dead is because of this spirit on the other side that almost tries to inhabit her sister's body early on in the book. But instead of just saying, hey, I really don't think you should do this again because XYZ, she makes up stories and she lies and she just keeps secrets. And it's just like, oh my God, for all your sake of I need to protect Violet, you're not really doing a good job of it. I was just, so utterly frustrated with that. It's just like, oh my God, you seem like a really smart character. How about you use your brain? Like, I get it. You feel partly responsible for the death of your mother. Get over it, because by keeping secrets from your sister, you're going to end up losing your sister. It's like, you already lost your mom. You already lost your dad. Come on. Pull yourself together and be honest with your sister, you know? Secrets are no fun. Secret hurt someone. Seriously, they do. You see that so painfully in this book. So, that being said, unfortunately, I can only give The Second Death of Edie and Violet Bond 3 out of 5 stars. It was just so... It moved so slowly, and I wanted it to move much quicker. I wanted more from it. I wanted to not forget important details just because the story lacked some fluidity and lacked some cohesion, and you're just wondering, it seems like there are 3 different mysteries, and while at the end they all tie together, throughout the story, because they keep getting pushed to the back burner, you forget them. You forget their importance, and that's unfortunate because they actually are critical to the story. However, my opinion is my own, and you might actually like the book. So, it does have some interesting aspects, especially when it ties in herbs and flowers to how they connect to the spiritual realm. That was an interesting aspect, but it's one little interesting aspect. But you might like it. You might like it, if anything, for the social commentary. So, 3 out of 5 stars. If you want to go ahead and purchase the book, I will include links in the description below where to purchase it. Bookshop.org and Amazon are affiliate links, and clicking on those would help me so much. You can also become a supporter on Buy Me a Coffee with a one-time donation, or by purchasing one of my handmade candles. All candles are 50% off right now. And on that note, please do not forget to like and subscribe to this video. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.